Out here at the silage pit again. It seems like an annual event these days. I wanted to talk about that loader just a little bit and the fact that in the past years we've used loaders like that to push this silage in the pit. But this year we put a blade on this big tractor, and some of the efficiencies in doing that is that tractor has 345 horsepower, but you have a lot more horsepower with the tractor. The other thing that you have is the traction. The dual up tractor, the traction and the flotation is tremendously better than the loader. And then the transmissions are different than the cooling capacity. We really just work the guts out of those loaders. And then as fast as they're hauling silage today, which they're really moving today, these trucks are coming in here about every 4 minutes. We had to have 2 loaders going to keep up with them when they were going this fast. And pretty much with this one tractor with the silage blade on it, we can keep up with the 4 trucks that are hauling. Pit's getting a little steeper and a little longer, and so we are getting a little farther behind than we were at the beginning. So far, we really appreciate the blade, how it fits the tractor, how the tractor's performing, and packing the silage, also pushing it. So last year, basically, we had 3 vehicles running on this pit, 2 loaders to push the silage where we wanted it, and then we were still using the tractor to pack it down. If you remember from my previous videos on this silage, we're trying to get all of the air out of the silage. We're putting a wet product in this pit, and if it has air in it, it molds and spoils. But if we can get all the air out, and then we cover it with the plastic and put the tires on there for ballasts, then it ferments and goes through the ensiling process where the sugars change and make it more palatable to the cattle. And so that's kind of our goal. But to do that, again, we have to pack it and pack it until all the air is out of it. When you're driving this tractor up there, you know, when you're on loose stuff, it's really spongy and really soft, and we just kind of keep going over it until it packs down pretty tight. I think the only other thing about this silage, why we're so excited to have it in the pit, is we weaned our calves early this year because of the drought, just really dry conditions where the cows were running. And we didn't have any silage in the pit, so we've just been feeding them dry hay. And it's been a little bit tough with that ration and trying to get the cattle to perform well on just the dry hay that we're grinding in the truck. We're really excited to have this silage to add to the ration to get a little more energy in those calves and also take the risk of bloat away. We bloated a few this year. I think it's just because in the dry hay that we're putting in there, even though we're adding some moisture to it, the leaves fall to the bottom of the bunk, and then the calves come by and they lick up those leaves, and we've just had a few cases of bloat. But if we get this corn silage going in there, that should kind of take care of that. We don't know exactly how many tons are going to be in here. My estimation between the different fields and the weaknesses in the fields and just kind of estimating the tons field by field, I think we should be around 7,000 tons. I think we put 5,000 in this pit before, so we're gonna be kind of a little over the capacity of the pit, but we'll just go farther to the south and stack it on the packed dirt down there. Basically, because our cow herd has increased, the number of calves that we're feeding has increased, and so we go through the silage faster. And so last feeding season was the first time we ran clear out in this pit in several years. Most of the time we have a little carryover to get us started again. Because of that, we planted an extra pivot of corn this year. Pretty much in previous years we've done 2 pivots, and this year we did 3. And again, my guesses on the tonnage are conservative. I don't like to think I'm doing 30 tons to the acre and find out I only did a lot less. And so one of my fields up there, we did a lot of leveling and stuff on it this past year, and I don't think the yield in it's going to be very good, so I only estimated that one at like 17 tons to the acre, and one of the fields at 20 tons to the acre, one of them at 23. A little bit of a guessing game, but usually we think it's going to be a bumper crop and then kind of figure out that it's a little shorter than we think. All the ground here in Hyco is not perfect corn ground, and so we just kind of got to realize there are some deficiencies there, even as good as we try to do all the fertility and everything that it needs. Little bit of guess on the tonnage at this time. I'll tell you when we're done.